As a business owner, there are so many simple but not too obvious tips that can help you improve your business and make you appear professional, legitimate, and serious as a business owner. One of them is having a customized business email address instead of using the generic addresses that everyone else is using. In this video, I'll show you the easiest way on how to get a free business email address that will carry the identity of your business or company. It is very simple to create, especially if you follow the step-by-step process that I'm about to show you in this video. But very quickly, before we get to that, note that if you don't want to go through the stress of doing this setup by yourself and you want me to help you with your business email address setup, you can reach out to me using my contact detail in the video description. Also, if you want to register your business or you are having any challenge about any of your business and compliance issues, you can also reach out to me using those contact details. I also have a free WhatsApp group for business owners like you. If you want to be in that group, the link to the free WhatsApp group will also be in the video description. So, ready to create your own free business email address for your business and company? Then let's get over to it. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is to launch your browser, and on your address bar, you want to search for this website, zoho.com/mail. I will also leave this particular link in the video description, and then it's going to bring you up to this page. The first thing you want to do here is that you want to come to this pricing, as you can see here. You're going to click on that. All right, so what you want to do is that you want to scroll all the way down and you want to locate this particular tab here that says forever for free. You want to click on the sign up now. Okay, so once it brings you up to this page, you just want to come over here. You want to fill in your name, your email address, and your mobile number, and then you want to create a password for yourself. Of course, the email address that you're going to be required to fill in here is your generic email address. Okay, so once you're done with that, you want to click on the agree to the terms here, and then you want to click on the sign up button. And once that is done, an OTP is going to be sent to your email inbox. So you want to quickly log into your email address here, and then you want to enter the OTP that has been sent to you. As you can see, it takes just 1 minute for you to do. Okay, so once you do that, it's going to bring you to this page, and then we will go to the next stage. Now, we need to have a domain name that we want to use to customize our business email address. So for instance, if the name of my business is Digital Quill, for example, I want my business email to carry something like, let's say, mail at digitalquill, maybe .com. Okay. Now, for that to happen, I will need to have a dedicated domain name for Digital Quill that I want to use to customize that business email address. To get this, I will need to get a domain from a domain name provider. So let me take you to a domain name provider that is very easy to use, and they are called Q servers. Now, I've been using Q servers for a very long time. They offer a very cheap domain name, and then I'm going to be using it for demonstration in this video. Now, if you don't want to use Q servers, you can feel free to use any other domain provider across the internet. The process will be similar to what I'm about to show you in this video. Right, so what you want to do is to go to the link in the video description below this video and click on the Q server link there, and it's going to bring you up to this point. Okay, all right, so if you come here at domain names here, let's go to domain name registration. You're going to see quite a number of extensions that you can get from this particular website. So if I scroll all the way down here and I come to this view up pricing here, now you can see that we have quite a number of extensions here with different prices. Now, what this means is that, for example, I am using Digital Quill as an example to get my customized business address. Okay, but here you can see now that this is a .com. So if I decide to go for a .com, it's going to be, let's say, digitalquill.com. So it could be mail at digitalquill.com or helpdesk at digitalquill.com. Okay, now you can see that, okay, I'm using a Nigerian page here, so it's showing up in Naira. Okay, but if you're not in Nigeria, you can also either use this service or any other service that you think you want to use there. Like I said, the process are almost the same. So here you can see that this is a .com.ng, which is quite cheaper, okay, than the .com. So if I use this .com.ng, what it means is that since I'm using Digital Quill as my example here, it's going to be, let's say, mail or help desk at digitalquill.com.ng. Okay, so it's the same explanation for .ng, for .org, for .net. It's just that the prices are different. Okay, so if I were you, I may not just decide to spend a lot of money. For example, if I scroll down here, you can see that this one is going for just 500 naira in Nigerian currency. Okay, so you can see this is .name.ng. So this will be, let's say, mail at digitalquill.name.ng. Okay, it is 500 naira. So all you need to do is just to look at a price that you think you can go with here and go for it. So for this demonstration, I'm going to be using the .name.ng, okay, to practicalize what I'm about to show you here. So what I'm going to do right now is that I'm going to scroll all the way back here and then type in Digital Quill. This is the assumed name of my business, and then I'm going to use .name.ng. Okay, like I said, you can use any extension that you want to use. Most people will always love the .com, even though the .com is a little bit more expensive than other extensions. Okay, so once I type this in, the next thing I want to do is to search to be sure that this particular address is available. That means nobody else has used it before. So I'm just going to click on the search here. Okay, so as you can see here, it's saying digitalquill.name.ng is available. So I'll go ahead and purchase this for just 500 Nigerian naira. And mind you, if you already have your domain name before now, you don't need to buy any other domain name again. Your old domain can work for this particular demonstration. Okay, so I will just click on continue. I'm going to tick this particular one. Okay, so here, make sure that you don't click hosting, even though if you click hosting, it will still work, only that you're going to be spending more money than you should spend. Okay, since we are using a free service to get our business email address, we're just going to be ignoring the domain, the hosting here. So I'm going to ignore that. I'll just scroll all the way down here and I'm going to click on continue. So once you do that, it's going to bring you up to this point. Again, you want to confirm the amount you want to pay, and then you want to scroll here and you want to input all your information here. Everything here is straightforward. Just input your information here, and then once you're done, you're going to come down here and make your checkout payment. So I'll go ahead and quickly fill this form and then we'll continue. All right, so I'm going to choose my payment method, and then I'm going to click on I have read and agreed to this term of service, and then I'm going to go ahead and check out. Okay, so here you're going to choose between getting a Google Authenticator app or you're going to get OTP from your email. Okay, I'm just going to choose the second method here. You can choose any of them, and then you're going to click on get started. All right, so this code, you just want to keep it and save it somewhere. Okay, so once I get to this point, by now a verification link would have been sent to my email inbox. So I'm going to go to my email inbox, locate the link, and then I'm going to verify this account. And once I do, it's going to ask me to log in now. So I'm going to log in into this account with my email address and my password, and then I'm just going to click on login. Okay, so you remember a while ago that we are going to be getting the verification code, as an extra layer of security. So I'm going to check my email inbox again, and then I'm going to get the code so that I can have access to my account. So let me do that. Okay, so now I've logged in. So all I need to do now is to complete this payment. So I'll just come to this invoice here. I'm going to click on that. And then I'm going to come to this unpaid here. As you can see here, I confirmed my price. So I'm going to just click on unpaid, and then I'm going to complete this payment. All right, so once you're done making your payment, if you come back, it will automatically redirect you back to your dashboard. And if it doesn't, you can just sign in again manually. And once you come to the home tab of your new dashboard, you're going to see that you have a domain here. Okay, so that means that this domain is now active. And once your domain is confirmed active, as you can see here, then we can go ahead and continue the process of getting our free business email address. So what I'm going to do is to go back to my Zoho account that I started on. Okay, this is where we are. So the next thing I want to do now is that I want to come to this add an existing domain, because we just got our domain ready just now. So I'm going to come to this green button here. I'm going to click on add now, and it's going to ask me to provide my existing domain name. So all I need to do is to come back here, and then I'm just going to copy out my domain name, as you can see here. And then I'm going to come back here and I'm going to paste it in here. Okay, so it's asking for my organization name. I'm going to put in the name of my company, and it's asking for my industry type. Of course, you can just go ahead and use your most preferred industry type. And once you're done, you want to click on the add new button here and wait for this to load. So you can see, congratulations, your domain has been added successfully. Proceed to domain verification. So you want to click on the blue button. All right, so here it's asking us to verify our TXT record. Don't worry, I'm going to show you everything you're supposed to do. And like I said, even if you're not using my domain provider, it's almost the same thing. The first thing you want to be sure about is that you're using this recommended, option here, because if you click on the drop down arrow, you can see that there are other ones, but I think this is the easiest ones to follow. All right, so what we want to do now is that you just want to come to this txt value / content. As you can see here, you just want to click on this copy to clipboard, and once you do, it will have been copied to your clipboard. So what you want to do after you have copied this is that you want to go back to your domain provider account. Okay, so I'm going to come back here. So just in case if you're not here, or maybe you don't fully understand how your own dashboard is working, you want to locate your domains tab on whichever domain provider that you're using, and then you want to click on the my domain here. It's going to just take you to where you'll be able to identify the domain name that you're using for this process. Okay, so once you're there, you want to locate anywhere around your account that is talking about managing your DNS records. Okay, just in case if you're lost, I'm also very sure that many good domain providers also have support services, which you can always reach out to them to show you how you can get to this portion in case you don't know what you're doing. Okay, so all you just have to tell them is that they should show you how you can get to your DNS setting. Okay, so you can see here is where my own setting is. Okay, all right, so what you want to do is that you want to come and click on this drop down arrow here, and once you do, you want to come here and select domain DNS manager. You're going to click on that, and once you do, it's going to bring you up here. So what you want to do here is that you just want to scroll down. And like I said, if you're using any other domain provider, these things will almost be the same, but they will not be exactly the same thing. So you want to come here. So at host name, you just want to leave this at using this at sign. Okay, so you can see our domain name here. You're going to leave this one the way it is. And for the type here, you want to come here and choose txt, that's text. And then for the value, remember that here we have already copied this out. Okay, so that is what you're going to paste in there. So I'm going to come here and then I'm going to paste that in the value, and I'm going to click on save changes. Okay, so once I do, that would have been saved now. Okay, so once I'm good with this, all I need to do is to return back to my Zoho account here, and then I'm going to click on verify txt record. Okay, so you have now verified your domain ownership, and we are good with that. So the next thing we want to do now is to go ahead and create our business email address. So you can see here to get started. So here it's automatically selected my name, but if you like, you can change this to whatever it is you want. You can use customer at your business name. You can use help, you can use inquiry, whichever one you want to use. Okay, so I will just leave this at my name, and then I'm going to click on create. Okay, so as you can see now that I already have this created now. Okay, so this particular account gives you the opportunity to create up to 5 different business email address for free. Okay, and I'm sure that 5 is quite more than enough, for you as a business owner. So If you like, can proceed to set up group, but I will not be setting up groups for now because I don't think it's really needed right now. But just in case if you want to add a new business address, okay, you just come to add here, and then you can go ahead and give your name. Just set up my name, and then last name is not compulsory. Username, I this time around, let me say inquiries. Okay, so it's going to be inquiries at my business dot whatever. Okay, so here I'm going to set a password for myself. You can also generate one for yourself. Okay, so you want to leave this at this setting as it is now, and then you want to click on add. Okay, so now you can see that we have inquiries at mybusiness.name.ng. Okay, and then my password is set. Okay, so once I'm done with this, I'm just going to click on done here, and as you can see now that I have 2 emails already created. Okay, so once I'm done with that, I'll just come to this proceed to set up groups. I'm going to click on that. So what I'm going to do for now is I'm just going to skip this create a new group. I don't think we need it at this point. Okay, so I'll just come to proceed to DNS mapping. We still need to do a kind of a mapping so that we can start receiving mail into these email addresses that we just created, and that is what we need to do now. So I'm going to click on proceed to email migration, as you can see here, and then once I do, it's going to bring this for me. As you can see here, we have quite a number of things that are displayed for us here, but if you come to this MX, if you check here, you see that you will not receive email in Zoho until you configure the MX record. Let's just go ahead and set this up so that we can start receiving mails into these email addresses that we just created. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is we're going to this first one here. Okay, again, I'm going to copy this, and as you can see, it has been copied to clipboard. Then I'm going to return back to my domain provider here, and here at host name again, I'm going to set up a new DNS record. So here again, I'm going to leave this at add. Okay, for this one, I'm going to leave it the way it is. For here now, if we get back here, you will see that these are MX record, not TXT record. Okay, so here I'm going to come here and choose MX instead of TXT. Okay, that we did the last time, and here I'm going to just paste in what I copied from Zoho a while ago. And then if you come back here, you will see that the priority here is 10. Okay, so I'll come here and I'm just going to add 10 here, and I will go ahead and save my changes. Okay, so once I'm done with this, I'm still going to repeat for these other ones. So let me come back. You can see that I still have 2 that I need to work on. So again, I'm going to copy the second here. Just note that this is 20. Okay, so I will come back here again, and then I'm going to just repeat almost the same thing I did here a while ago. Here again, I'm going to choose MX, and here I'm going to paste in here, and here I'm going to use 20, and then I'm going to save changes. Okay, so I'm going to do for the last one. Okay, so I'm going to come back here, and then I'm going to pick the last one. Here is 50. Okay, so I'll come back to my domain provider again, and then here is going to be at, and here I'm going to leave this. I'm going to come here again and use MX. I'm going to paste in that, and this time around I'm going to use 50, and I'm going to save my changes. Okay, all right, so we've done that now. Okay, so again, if I come back here, so let's do them. Okay, so for this one again, I'm going to copy this. Note here that now we are working with TXT. Okay, type. So let's just come back here so that we can just prevent spammers from accessing this our email. So again, I'm going to use this. I'm going to leave this at this point here. Again, I'm going to choose TXT of my value. I'm going to do this. I'm going to save my changes, and then I'm going to do for the last one again. I'm going to come back here again. This is another TXT file. Okay, I'm going to copy this. Okay, So if you look at this, this is a little bit different from this other one. So here we're not using hat, we are using this particular credential. So if I come back here for host name now, I'm not going to use at this time around. I'm going to use this credential, and here I'm going to choose txt. And if I come back here, I'm going to copy this value, I'm going to bring it here, and then I'm going to paste it in here, and I'm going to save my changes. Okay, so I'm done with that and we are good to go now. So I'm going to come back here, and then once I'm done with all of this, I'm going to click on verify all records. Okay, so as you can see here, the DNS record may take a while depending on your TTL to get and all of that. So we're just going to wait a while for that to be done. So I'm going to say okay. So here it's wanting me to delete existing MS record to prevent email delivery failure. Okay, priority 0. So let's go back to our domain provider and trace that out. Okay, so here it is. We are asked to actually delete this particular one. So I'm just going to come here. I'm going to select this and I'm going to delete that. Okay, and once I'm done with that, I'm going to come back here again and then I'm going to verify again. Okay, so you can see now that all the records have been verified successfully. So we can go ahead and proceed to email migration. All right, so once we are done and our record has been verified successfully, then we'll go to the last stage of this setup, which is to do what we call the email migration, so that we can start getting emails into our customized business email address. So I'll click the proceed to email mapping here, and then I'll proceed to go mobile here. Okay, so here what is happening here is that if you already have an existing account with a previous email service provider, okay, you can always migrate your data from them down to Zoho Mail. Okay, so if I click on the migration, for example, you can see here that if I come here and click on this, you can see that you can actually do your migration from Google Workspace or from Microsoft and the rest of them if you want to do that. But I am not going to be doing that now because I don't have any previous data from them to migrate from. This is a brand new setup. So I'll just leave that. Then I'll come to proceed to go mobile, so that if I want to use the mobile app for this service, I can always do that. And then I'm going to come here and click proceed to setup completion. Okay, so here we have our setup is now complete. Okay, so I can come back to this, check out your inbox, and then let's see what our email inbox is going to look like. Okay, so you can see what our new inbox look like. So if I want to send mail, I can always send mail, and then I can always receive mails into this particular email inbox, and is as simple as that. So go ahead, get your setup done. If you have any question in the course of this video that you think you need me to clarify, you can always leave it in the comment section below this video. I will do my best to read them and respond to you. So it's as simple as it goes. This is how to get yourself a free email address, for your business, so that you can customize your business to fit your name and help your branding. And I'm sure that it's going to impact your business positively. Please like this video, help me share it so that other business owners who need information like this can get to see them. And also, if you are an unsubscribed visitor to this channel and you love what we do, why not hit the subscribe button and turn on the alert bell so that YouTube can notify you when I publish new videos. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.